Well, thank you, Zach. We are extremely excited to invite Utah State University to the 2011 famous Idaho Potato Bowl. We see the development of this program. We've really seen it for a couple years now. Coach Anderson has just done an outstanding job with this team. As we watched Utah State all year, I think as a bowl, we sometimes agonize with the way games turn out, and to see really two tough losses early in the season that Utah State had, and then just see the way this team turned around has just really been exciting. We love the idea of a team coming in playing well at the end of a season. We see this team, we see this university as something that really fits for the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. The geography makes sense, an engaged student body, really exciting fan base. So we couldn't be, more pleased to have made the invitation to Utah State and then see, really the enthusiasm behind the acceptance of our invitation. This will be the 15th bowl game in Boise. Formerly, we were the Humanitarian Bowl, and for the first year, this will be the first year of the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. When I talk about geography, we're really excited over the fact that as being known now as the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, really being in Idaho in the potato industry, seeing the excitement not only come from Utah State University, but really the excitement that we've witnessed and seen from the potato industry. So we see these two things kind of coming together at the same time. We couldn't be more excited. We're really looking forward to bringing Utah State into our game and match them up against what we believe will be a real strong team out of the MAC conference. So really with that, I'll turn this over to whomever else, but Coach Anderson, congratulations. Scott Barnes, congratulations. And we're really excited to see you in Boise in a few weeks.
Questions, anybody for Mr. McDonald? Can you, let's see, let me turn on my microphone for a minute just so they can hear me. Kevin,
Yeah.
Can you explain how the Potato Bowl finally got the name out there? I think a lot of us think that should have been the name maybe from the start for an Idaho Bowl game.
On the outside, it definitely looks that way, doesn't it? For anybody to be a title sponsor of a bowl game, really, it takes somebody willing to really get involved in the bowl, write a check, and see the value of what, being a title sponsor of a college bowl game really entails. And the Idaho Potato Commission really saw that. We had a great meeting, or a series of meetings with them in the spring, and they are enthusiastic. We feel like the name really fits. We always liked the Humanitarian Bowl name, but felt like that it didn't mean anything really kind of outside of our area. People really, it didn't say who we were, where we were, and we really feel like now that there is very little confusion about the fact that we are the bowl in Boise, Idaho.
Because there is a Humanitarian Sports Hall of Fame
Yes.
that I think has been established in Boise. I think
Yes.
some people don't know that.
Right.
The other part, what's the future of the opponent for Utah State? How does that get decided by the Mid-American Conference and you?
Yeah, well, what'll happen is they'll play their championship game on Friday night, and the winner of that game will probably go to Mobile and play in the GoDaddy.com bowl game. After that, the Little Caesars Bowl will select, and from what we understand, they will try very hard to select a team with geography. Their game is the day after Christmas, and they really feel like they need fans to come to their game. And I think they'll look really hard at Toledo and look really hard at Western Michigan.
So are they down now to, is there a certain number of teams that Utah State could play or possibly?
Yeah, I would put a pool of probably 3 teams. I think it would be Ohio University, Northern Illinois, Toledo. Outside chance at Temple, but I think it would be one of those 3 teams.
Okay.
Considering the geography, how close Logan is to Boise, with a strong fan base, when they became bowl eligible, was it pretty much a no-brainer for you?
It was pretty easy for us at that point, yeah. I came down for a game this season and really saw the excitement in the program, and we really kept a close eye and with the win streak that Utah State's put on at the end of the season, yeah, it made it pretty easy for us. We as a bowl and a bowl board had a lot of conversations about Utah State as we got closer to last week's game, and felt like that beating Nevada was a huge step to get Utah State here.
What types of activities are they doing with the Idaho Bowl now? The Potato Bowl?
Yeah, for the students.
Yeah.
When they arrive, one of the first things we'll do is we'll have a bowling for a charity event. We call it Strikes for Spuds. So the teams will bowl against each other on the first day, but the winners will be the charities that they're bowling for, and they'll be bowling for potatoes that will go to these local charities. The next thing that we'll do is we'll have really what is become almost famous for us is our Winter Sports Day, and we take the kids up snow tubing. And the kids have a blast. Teams who repeat and come back, they can't wait to get up on the hill and go snow tubing. Very unique bowl experience, and really that's what going to bowl games is really kind of all about, or life experiences that the student athletes get to see. Then we'll have a humanitarian awards dinner where we'll honor a student athlete from each team, and they will be honored at this dinner. And it's about a 600-person dinner. And I think the kids will really enjoy the dinner as well. Then we have kind of a quiet day, and we get ready for the game on Saturday the 17th.
You got gift bags too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your gift bag sponsor?
Well, we have a bit of a winter package. We kind of have two packages: a winter package, coats, gloves, hats for the kids to wear when they go snow tubing, and to wear in the off season, which I think will come in handy in Logan in the winter. And then we'll have an electronics package. Really, it's a sweet package where the kids get to choose from a bunch of different electronics, pick and choose what they want, and really round out their own gift package.
It's a lot more than you ever got. I got a Walkman. I got a Walkman that was condo. Still use it.
Anything else for Mr. McDonald?
The first thing I'd like to say is, Kevin, we love potatoes. We absolutely love potatoes. And seriously, want to thank Kevin and the board for their selection of Utah State. We hear from opposing coaches and athletic directors what an excellent job that Kevin and his staff and board do in hosting this bowl. So we're excited to be part of it. If you would have asked a lot of us before the season started if we would have been bowl eligible, no surprise, we would have said yes. The arduous and dramatic path that we have taken certainly is a bit of a surprise, and I think it's testament to our student athletes and the character and fortitude that they have shown. And as Kevin said earlier, 4 wins in a row, they're playing their best football of the year, and again, I think it goes back to toughness and character, and we love that about the program. The other thing I'd say is that when you think about where we are and the foundation that Coach Anderson has set, this isn't a fleeting moment for us by any means. He's done it the right way. His staff, they've all done it the right way. They've built a foundation that will be sustainable, and so we're excited to have the opportunity to take that next step in our program with the famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Mr. Barnes, could you respond to just, you hired Gary, you envisioned this. Can you give us some personal feelings of how you're feeling about this season?
Well, I'm just so delighted. Coach Anderson gave President Albrecht and I the opportunity to announce where we're going to the team yesterday afternoon after practice, and the roof about came off the place, and that right there, when you think about how hard they've worked and the excitement of those student athletes and the job Gary and his staff have done to put a plan together and execute that plan in doing it the right way, and doing it the right way takes time, and here in his 3rd year, he's right where he wanted to be, he's right where we wanted him to be, and we're grateful for that, and not only in terms of the success of the program, but the way it's been done at the level it's been done.
Obviously, this means a lot to Coach and the team, but can you talk a little bit about what this means for the entire community, I mean, the entire Cache Valley?
Yeah, you think about sort of this pent-up demand over period of time. 1997 was our last bowl appearance. Long-suffering fans, they call our fans, and so this means a lot. This means a lot to the Aggie Nation, and that's not just the university community and the Cache Valley, and nor is it only the Wasatch Front or even Utah. It's our alumni base nationally, and we will have folks fly in from all over the country and potentially even beyond to come to this bowl game. That's how much it means, and it was gratifying to see. Even before we were announced, some days before, I had several contacts from donors and alumni who had already made reservations, just hoping. Reservations in terms of hotels and whatnot, just hoping that we would be in Boise. So it's a big deal. It's a great next step for our program.
First of all, Kevin, thanks from myself and the whole football team. It means a lot to these kids. I've been fortunate in my career to be able to go to some bowl games, but to be in the last 3 days with this football team is incredible. They talk and talk and talk as a coach and as players, and as you start closing in on something that is a big goal that you've talked about for 3 years, and for each kid personally, for each coach personally, for each team member, a group of kids, Cache Valley, the alumni throughout the world, throughout the country. As you close in, it gets a little bit more pressure every single day to reach a goal. And when those kids got to the 0-0-0-0 in the fourth quarter of that Nevada game, we knew we'd beat a quality opponent, which was big. We knew we had taken a huge next step to have an opportunity to be bowl eligible. And if you had the opportunity to see that celebration, it was special. I think about half the team got in the locker room and looked at each other and turned around and came right back out and sat on the field for another 20 minutes and just celebrated. It was tremendous. Well, if you fast forward a day or so, that exact same thing happened yesterday. When they knew that they were going to go, when President Albert gave them the opportunity to say, "You're going to the Potato Bowl," and Scott was there with them, it was a special, special experience. I was glad the president was there to be able to do it, and I was glad that Mr. Barnes was there and able to do it, and it was a special time. So these kids are very grateful. It's really at the end of the day for me, it's a humbling experience to be around this group. The toughness they have, a lot of words that you use as a coach when you move in your career, and whether you're a position coach or a coordinator or a head coach, the toughness, handling adversity, fight through whatever comes your way, be good people, all the stuff that you want. This team has really done just such a tremendous job. So it's great to see them reach goals. And for some of those seniors that have been here for 5 years, some 6 years, and always wanted to continue to fight to reach the goals, but to actually get to a bowl game, it's a special, special time for all of us. So we're very appreciative, and we will represent the university very, very well, and we're excited about finishing the year strong, and then we're very excited about getting into the bowl week and then get into Boise.
Coach, this season isn't even done yet. You guys still have another game you can win, the 7th game here. I believe the team hasn't done that since 93. I mean, this has just been a really special season for you, despite all the ups and downs in the beginning.
Yeah, it absolutely was. There was ups and downs, tough losses, and it started right out of the gate with Auburn, and kind of went from there. We had 5 very tough football games that we lost. We've been able to string 4 in a row that have been very, very tough, and right down to the end. And then there was kind of 2 in between that we kind of had a handle on when we got to the fourth quarter. So that's the way this year has gone, and it's been it's been emotional. Somebody told me the other day that we have the closest margin of wins or point totals from the opponent to ourselves for anybody in the country. And so it's I've never been in this many close games, never been in this many tight games. I've never been around a team that continued to keep stringing them together in a positive way either, especially after the adversity that they went through. So credit to the kids. As always, players make plays, players win games. As coaches, we're here to take care of them and make sure that we hug them hard when they need to be hugged hard, and squeeze them a little bit harder when they don't do things right, and make sure they're moving in the right direction in life. And these kids have been a pleasure.
Anything else, Coach?
Are there certain aspects of this season that are going to haunt you, Coach? those losses where all of us sat there biting our fingernails, and the Utah State Aggie fans were sitting there biting their fingernails. Are those things going to haunt you? Are you able to just kind of let those go and just move on?
No. Last time I was in this building, we were 2-5, and they were haunting me bad then. So we've got some of those demons and thrown them out of that closet. And maybe it's things we had to go through. Maybe we're continuing to grow up as a team. But you can look back at those close losses and say this is what happened, where we're set. You can also look at the number of close victories that we've been able to have, and those things can flip with one play here or there. So we're very happy to be where we are today. I could not be more proud of the team, and we're not looking back. We're just continuing to try to look ahead as a football team. But we did learn, I believe, from the good and the bad that we've gone through this year.
Gary, you've taken teams to bowl games at Utah and things, but what can the players expect? Because there's a lot and what can the fans expect about this experience? And we always hear bowl teams say this helps us towards the next year because we can have more practice and get more young guys some more work. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, the first thing kids want is swag, right?
Yeah.
That's what they want. They're excited about that. And I know one thing: this bowl does a great job of taking care of the young man. There's a lot of they're going to have a tremendous bowl experience. And I haven't been there, obviously, at the Potato Bowl, but I do know this. I've gone through and looked at the manual, and there's a lot of fun activities. So they're going to have a great time. They're going to be very well taken care of. But from a program standpoint, we right now will work with our young kids. It's an early bowl, which I love for recruiting purposes. We'll have a recruiting weekend. Not this weekend, obviously, because we're playing our last game, but the next weekend we'll have a recruiting weekend with bowl practices going, and that helps, makes a big difference. And then our ability to be able to practice with the young kids. We'll start next Monday, and we'll practice all the way through the week, and we'll have a young guy practice, and we'll do that this week too. So the goal is to get a mini spring ball, if you will, out of the bowl preparation, and we will continue to do that over the next week and a half until we get to Boise, and then we will continue that as we go through our practices in Boise. So, but to get to a bowl, simply you talk about a lot of things. You talk about winning championships, you talk about getting to bowl games, and those are the two things that are on the field that we've talked the most about. Well, now we're into a bowl game. We're not talking about it anymore. We've been there, done that, or will be in the short future doing that, and it really helps in recruiting. There's absolutely no question it takes you to another level of just walking into young men's homes.